6 short stories about relationships and true love. Have you ever been in love? Love is something truly complex that cannot be precisely defined or described. It's a special feeling shared between two people, a feeling that is evident. However, a feeling that is difficult to grasp and completely explain. Love can be felt and shown in many different ways, towards friends, family, or an individual that you've developed a genuine affection and connection with. Regardless, it is a sensitive manner, and one of the more intricate feelings that humans experience. We hear a lot of stories about love, some that make our hearts melt, and some that restore our faith and hope in humanity. The couples that last are the ones who have gone above and beyond to secure their bond and relationship. Now, keep watching for 6 short stories and examples that are sure to leave you optimistic and confident that true love does exist in this world. Before we begin this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more daily tips like this and turn on notifications so you never miss our new videos. Number 6, Unconditional Love. This love story is about a couple who met online, like a lot of modern day couples have. The girl described the man as funny, kind, and educated, and also very handsome. They used Skype to keep in touch for several years. The man was afraid to meet, however, the woman insisted on it and traveled thousands of miles abroad so they could finally see each other. Upon arrival, she had realized that the man was disabled and couldn't walk. This didn't change anything for her, and they went on to spend 3 months together before ultimately becoming engaged. This is an example of unconditional love, and love that wasn't changed in any way based on distance or appearance. Number 5, Sacrifice. This story involves a couple who, after the birth of their son, had to overcome an issue that the wife had started experiencing. Her vision was deteriorating, and although she had already been wearing glasses regularly, it started to get much worse. Her husband couldn't stand to see her suffer and took on a second job as well as additional online work to save up enough money for corrective eye surgery. Sacrificing his time with his family and his sleep, he finally made enough to cover the costs. After the procedure was successfully done, she returned home amazed at how clear her vision was again. Although it was a tough year to endure for her husband, it was all worth it to him. This is a great example of the sacrifices people make for their families and their loved ones. Are you curious about what happens to our brains when we fall in love? Well, there is science behind it, and you might want to stick around until the end to find out what it is. Number 4, Moving Abroad. This is a story of a 19-year-old individual who lost his leg. He had been dating a girl at the time, and they were in love. She had ended up deciding to move abroad, with the hopes of going and earning money for the two of them. The boyfriend made the decision to split up, claiming it would be better for her. Just a month later, his doorbell rang, and much to his surprise, it was her. Before he could even speak, she slapped him, and he fell to the floor. She lay down beside him, hugged him, and said, "You're an idiot. I didn't run away from you. We're going to the hospital tomorrow, and there's a prosthetic leg waiting for you. I went abroad to earn money so you'll be able to walk again. Do you understand?" Overwhelmed with emotion, he was speechless and just cried while holding her tight. This is a true example of sticking with your partner no matter what and devoting yourself to them. Number 3, In Sickness and in Health. A girl was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the young age of 18. She thought that her death was imminent and decided to let her boyfriend know that she would understand if he left her. Immediately, he replied with, "Yeah, right, when pigs fly." Eventually, it was revealed that her tumor was benign and she would be okay after all. The two wed at 21 and had a daughter together. Number 2, Challenging Times. This is the story of a man who dated a beautiful, privileged girl who he was able to support. He found her easygoing and fun and ended up asking her to marry him. Just a few weeks later, he was involved in an accident that left him partially paralyzed. The girl, who had apparently been spoiled, really surprised him, taking care of him for several months and proving to be a loving and faithful partner. She even went ahead and sold her personal belongings and learned to cook special meals for him. She refused to allow him to apologize for anything, and additionally, never showed any doubt, disgust, or fear despite anything. This is evidence of a love that remains strong regardless of what may happen down the line, and how your partner can pleasantly surprise you during challenging times. Number 1. Someone out there for everyone. In this example, we have the story of a man who was sterile. Having kept it from his first girlfriend due to the fear of her leaving, he decided to finally let her know, but it was too late. She had left like he thought she would, experiencing depression for a year. He explored other relationships, which all led to nothing. However, half a year later, he had met a girl whom he'd fallen in love with, but again, was too afraid to tell her about his condition. He decided to be upfront and let her know, and to his surprise, she was fine with it and suggested they could adopt a child in the future. It was then and there that he knew he wanted to marry her. This is evidence that there's still hope, even if someone else has let you down, because there's always someone out there for everyone. So, now that you've heard some stories about true love, here's the science behind love and what happens to your brain when you start to fall in love with someone. According to anthropologist Dr. Helen Fisher, there are different stages of love. The first stage is lust. She states that lust is driven by testosterone in men and estrogen in women, and is what spurs our sexual desire to our partners when we first meet them. The second stage is attraction. The feeling of attraction has the same effect that drugs or alcohol has on our brain. During this stage, our brains release chemicals, which give us a feeling of euphoria. These chemicals include adrenaline, dopamine, and norepinephrine. This is what makes the feeling of falling in love feel like a rush. When people start falling in love, it releases dopamine into their brains, which give them that feeling of intense pleasure. The final stage of love is attachment, which releases oxytocin, also known as the cuddle hormone. This occurs when you begin to start forming a close bond with someone and start making longer-term plans with each other for the future. When people start falling in love with each other, lots of things go into our brains. The release of different chemicals in our brains create feelings of excitement and anticipation in our bodies that make falling in love seem like an absolutely exhilarating experience. And when it comes to relationships, the true love that you share is distinctly your own and cannot be measured or compared to that of anyone else. Each relationship is unique and shouldn't be held to a standard of norm. Each couple and individual expresses themselves in their own way, and that's what binds us together and helps shape that love that you share. True love and relationships that last go through ups and downs, and the strength of a relationship is determined by how couples go through these ups and downs. Now that you've heard some short stories about true love, let us know about some of the true love experiences that you have. Do you have your own unique love story that you want to share with the world? Have you ever been in love? Have you ever had your heart broken? We want to hear your story. Let us know in the comment section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.